I'm very much institutionalized. I tried genuinely to be nice to these girls and just gets thrown right back in your face. If the things that people were saying to me were said on the outside, it would be a completely different scenario. Someday it'll make sense to you.
There are snitches in jail.
Tami is a mole.
She told one of the corrections officers that this will all make sense in 2 months. It's an extremely suspicious thing to say to a corrections officer. It's very suspicious. I'm afraid the corrections officers are on to Tami. Tami made a few mistakes recently and said some things she shouldn't have. As a result, some of the inmates and corrections officers are suspicious of her. For this reason, we can't release Tami first, even though she was the first one in.
I'm just extremely anxious. As you can imagine. I feel like I'm just gonna be stuck in here forever.
Maybe shed a little bit of just why things worked out the way they did. Basically, the COs are very, very suspicious of you.
Okay.
We pulled you first. Sheriff was very afraid. Scotty was very afraid.
Okay. Great.
So we're trying to do the right thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
We're sitting in the DART team. That's a group of highly trained correctional officers to shake down the women's pod.
I was writing down what I saw amongst the pod with, with the inmates and the officers.
All right, ladies, so let's go back to the room.
I wanted to know if my letters were there.
My bad.
If y'all see 2 folded letters,
You said 2 folded letters?
I went through everything, and it was gone.
What did you do?
I know y'all said don't write nothing down. So I was sitting here like, okay, how can I do this without it being stuck out? I wrote about everything in my life, and it's starting to look like a book. But I started writing last night. It was about a chapter here, and I slipped it in the cover. And as an old CO, I know, put it in an envelope, and they're not gonna really go through it. I knew that. And I thought everything was going good, and this just made me feel like I knocked myself all the way down.
We'll follow up, but you want us to keep going.
I want to keep going, because now, like I said, I feel like I have to find a whole bunch of more information.
One of the trustees came up to me. I was telling her my cover story, everything was going fine.
in Utah.
I wasn't sure, if Betsy was going to believe me, but she wasn't questioning anything. She kind of went away pretty quickly. I was like, oh, that was kind of easy.
Are you 60 days in? Huh?
Anytime something unexpected like that happens, I'm on edge. So I was really nervous.
I feel like you're 60 days in. Me?
Are you kidding me?
No. Don't come around here. If I'm here 60 days, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm on to you.
So I wanted to make sure that, if she did think I was part of the program, that she wasn't spreading it.
It just occurred to me, like out of nowhere. She's 60 days in, so I ran over to her room. So she pounds on my door. You're 60 days in, aren't you?
Betsy might develop, well, is developing feelings for me, yes.
Why? Why were you? Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. Paranoia, paranoia, everybody's gonna make ya.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. All right, go.
I will not cross any physical lines. What if her suspicions would come back, that maybe I am 60 days in and she would start telling people again, and all the work I had done to get people to believe my cover story would be for naught. I wasn't sure, you know, after thinking about things, she was gonna think I'm part of the show again and she was gonna go around telling people. That's nerve-wracking.
His demeanor.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
When I was getting interrogated, it was awkward because they just kept grilling me, every minute detail. And my story, I did not say it in such a manner which was believable. And I could tell they're getting really suspicious of me.
Act like the cop.
There we go. It's on now, boy.
Did you see me?
65 south. Oh my God. I pulled, but they say it has to stop.
There's no stop sign on 65.
No! No! Police!
I was told during one of my days of training, you don't want to be seen as a police officer in jail.
I wonder if he's got an earpiece in. It's like, they're like, don't lay down. I think they're on to you.
Yeah.
He's over with his eyes closed down.
No.
First thing I saw him, brown earbuds.
I was him in his ear this morning. I thought it was an earpiece, dog. Where'd he get them from? How you come from downstairs and then you got earbuds?
I don't fear many of these guys.
These cameras and all that.
I said to myself, whatever you do, don't get into a fight.
Let's get it. Working on some gangsters?
They were very suspicious of me. They think I'm a police officer. I want to get across that, hey, I'm an inmate like you guys. I'm not a police officer. And putting the towel over the camera, I thought would help.
Hey, up. Get up.
That's what happens when you touch the camera.
Some guys were thinking I was a cop. That's a bad thing, right? Just so it looks like I'm not a cop. I started putting that towel on the camera. Was that a good choice?
No. The rule you broke of placing something on the camera or tampering with our cameras is a very serious rule.
Yeah.
And you have received 30 days in segregation now.